Welcome on board the Celebrity Silhouette. This ship has my favourite cruise ship buffet of all time. We're going to start our tour at the top and work our way down, so we'll see all of the outside spaces including the bars and the lounges. We're going to have a look at the buffet and the main dining room and also the swimming pools and the theatre. So let's get going and explore the Celebrity Silhouette. If we've never met before, hello, my name is Emma. I do ship tours on this channel, cabin tours, first time cruise tips and daily videos too. Make sure you subscribe, but for now, let's get on with the tour. Starting our tour at the top of the ship, we're actually on the running track right now and you can see a bar there to the right. This one is actually a smoking bar, which is why those tables have ashtrays, but it's kept quite out of the way and you won't smell smoke when you're up on the top decks. Coming on now to the swimming pools. These swimming pools are pretty big by cruise ship standards. Normally cruise ship swimming pools are pretty small, but we've got 4 hot tubs there and 2 pools. When I cruised on the Celebrity Silhouette, it was a weekend cruise to Amsterdam, so the pool and the hot tubs were absolutely filled of people having a good time. On this side you'll find the Mast Grill, which is brilliant. The food on board Celebrity Silhouette is amazing. It's something that Celebrity do really well and the Mast Grill is no different. Coming on now, what you can see in the right is actually an inside pool and we will be back to look at that later, but now we're going to head to the top of the ship. Up these stairs now and we will find more space to sunbathe. You'll never struggle to find a seat on this ship, which is fantastic. The Celebrity Silhouette was launched in 2012 and she has 4 sisters, the Celebrity Equinox, Eclipse, Solstice and Reflection. Coming inside now, this is the inside pool and look at how cool and comfortable these chairs are. I love the little touches like the towels just already being on the sunbeds. It makes your cruise so much easier and it definitely has this premium feel. Celebrity are a premium cruise line. There's a little bit of luxury here and I think that is shown just in the little touches around the ship. These chairs are really odd but surprisingly comfortable. I filmed this on a port day so that we wouldn't have too many people here, but this is a very popular space, especially if you're cruising somewhere that isn't really that warm. We've got a water fountain here and another swimming pool. This place is always a great option if the outside spaces are too hot or too cold or too busy. You can come in here and find a seat. This one is one of my favourites. I did give that a go. It's very difficult to get comfortable on there, but as you can see here, all of the seats are really padded. It's very, very comfortable. It's all very colour coordinated as well. I like the design of this. And now we are back outside. We're back into the normal sun lounger territory. If we turn to the right, we're back at the swimming pool and there is another pool bar here with loads of really comfortable seats. The pools are covered over at the minute because we are in port, but normally there will be people having a great time there. There are loads of bars on this ship, which was really important for our cruise because we took a weekend cruise. It was my first ever weekend cruise and it was quite an experience. Everyone was just really having a great time. Moving towards the Lawn Club now, what you'll have on the right hand side here is a restaurant called the Porch. This is a specialty restaurant and it does lots of seafood. It looks like a lovely place to sit out, especially if it is warm. We didn't do any specialty dining on our cruise because we were only on board for one weekend. But as you can see here, there is the real grass that Celebrity are so very proud of. I can't imagine how difficult it is to look after real grass on a cruise ship. I honestly struggle to look after the real grass in my garden. On the side here, there are these little areas that you can rent if you want to hang out with your friends up here on the top deck. It can be a good idea. It's not something I would do, but people do it. It's very, very popular. There's also some giant deck chairs over there. I'm not sure if you can see. They are fun and you have to take a photo on a giant deck chair if you cruise on one of these ships. If we carry on past these, you'll find the area where I'm most likely to be, which is just this lovely patch of grass. When the sun is shining, this is the best place to sit down. You can get little blankets here, so you don't even have to really sit on the grass. You can just lay out here, and honestly, I kind of forget that I'm on a cruise ship when I'm laying on grass. It's very, very surreal, but very cool. At the end here we have another bar. Of course we do, there are bars all over this ship and there are loads of places to hang out. It was pretty cold on this cruise so we didn't really sit outside, but I can imagine this is a great place when it is sunny. Coming on now, we will end up at the buffet, which is my favourite part on this ship by a million miles. There's a big space here where you can sit outside, but as you can see from that flag, it is really, really windy. We came here on embarkation day because the buffet was so busy we couldn't get a seat inside, and we thought, you know, it'll be fine, we'll sit outside, it is sunny. We didn't take into account the wind, and my food went everywhere. It went all over the floor. It was awful. Coming into the buffet now, you'll see on the left hand side, that is where you'll get water and you will get juices. The juices are available all day. This is the only cruise ship I've ever been on where you can get juices throughout the day for free from the buffet. It's normally only a breakfast thing, so that is really nice. I do like that. There are loads of seats here, including the one on the right, which is huge. I think I booked this cruise just to try the buffet and I was not disappointed. The food is fantastic. There's so much variety to this buffet all of the time. The food is hot, it's of really high quality. The staff there couldn't do enough for you. It's just brilliant. It's definitely the best cruise ship buffet I've ever been on. And I kind of just wanted to eat here all of the time, which is strange. I normally only eat in the buffet as a backup kind of method when I don't want to go to the main dining room, but I could eat here and I could be quite happy. I could spend 6 months just eating in this buffet and I would not get bored. There's another area there on the side for drinks. They had a massive tower of cookies. Look at all of these desserts. They look brilliant. They had a big pizza section on the right. They would have Asian food, Indian food, Mexican food, a roast section. They would have everything you could ever think of. We have another bar on the right here. We even have bars in the buffet. That is just the type of cruise ship that this is. It was great to be able to get a drink there. We would often just get a can of Coke there and we'd take it back to our room or up to the top deck. As we leave, take note of the hand sanitizer. There is hand sanitizer all around this ship. The Oceanview Cafe is the name of the buffet. I didn't mention that. On now to the Sky Lounge. This is a huge lounge and it is brilliant. It feels like a very boutique hotel, I think, with these big comfortable chairs and sofas. It's a very popular place. It probably isn't normally as busy as it was on our cruise because we took a weekend cruise, and weekend cruise are kind of all about the drinking for a lot of people, so the bars were quite busy, but there's still loads of seats here, and I like how there's fireplaces here and just odd things. It makes it a bit different from most other cruise ships. Onto the Hideaway now, where we spent a lot of our time. Because we took a weekend cruise, the ship was really quite busy and the bars were quite full, so sometimes we would get a drink and we would come and enjoy it here, and we could just sit back and watch the world go by. You get the music which would come up from the atrium and kind of echo around, which was really, really cool. That is a real tree in the middle of the atrium. I've never seen that on a cruise ship before. It's definitely a unique selling point for Celebrity. I really like these little pod things up here, and there's also chairs that are just shaped like eggs, which are brilliant when you're in them, but really quite difficult to get out of. What a fantastic place to just read a book. They do have tea and coffee here too, so you don't actually have to really ever leave. This is just me showing you how strange the artwork is, because I don't know what that's supposed to be, but it amused me, so I thought I would show you. Onto the library. I've never seen a library quite like this before. The design of it is brilliant. It's really, really cool. It makes me feel like I'm in some kind of storybook myself, with those huge grand chairs and books that go all the way up the ceiling. Really, really cool. I don't normally ever spend much time in the library, but it was still nice to film it for this ship tour. If you do like a library, this is a very, very good one. Moving on now along deck 5. This is the heart of the ship. This is the atrium, and we are up by Sushi on 5, which is a specialty restaurant that looks very nice if you do like sushi. The atrium goes across many, many decks. If you ever get lost on this ship, just head to the atrium and you will be fine. You can find this from every deck because it goes across almost all of the decks, and once you get here, you will know where you are and you will be fine. There are some quirky things around this ship, like these bird cages that have videos of birds in them. I've never seen anything quite like that before, but it beats the normal type of art you always see. Here we are in the shopping district, which really feels like a shopping mall, a shopping centre. It doesn't feel like you're on a cruise ship at all, which is really strange. We're on the top level right now. You can buy loads of things up here. You can buy a new watch, you can buy jewellery, you can buy makeup, you can buy perfume, you can buy funny little things in the gift shop, which is normally where you'll find me. Here you will find loads of art. I've never bought any art on a cruise ship, but I did think that this teddy bear was very, very cute. I love how colourful he is, and he's made of glass. Back to the atrium now because we're going to head to the main dining room. The dining room is split over 2 levels. I wasn't sure if I could go in. That's why I'm looking a little bit sheepish about opening the door. But right now we are on the top level. I like how this restaurant is really open and you can look down or you can look up. It makes it feel really airy and there are windows on all of the sides, which I really like. We were right down there in the middle on a table for 10 and I had fish and chips, I think, if memory serves me rightly, which was great. Walking past the atrium again, we're going past another bar here. I'm not sure if you're getting a theme, but there are quite a lot of bars on this ship and we are nearly at the bottom of the atrium. I love how there is marble everywhere. It feels very grand to walk down this staircase. They have music here, which is really, really cool, and it echoes up and goes all over the ship. Going across to the other side, we are heading to a place called Cellar Masters, which is where you must go if you love wine. They also do things like Jack Daniel's tasting here, which is definitely more kind of my style than the wine, but it's very, very grand in here. I feel like this looks like an entrance to maybe a theme park ride or something. It's very, very extravagant. When you're inside, it's quite homely, it's quite dark, and it feels very atmospheric. On to the right now, we have got a really big casino. This casino is one of the biggest that I've ever seen on a cruise ship. It has every type of machine and table you could ever think of, and it was really quite busy in the evenings. There will be a lot of people here in the evenings just having a quick gamble and a drink. When we go to the left, we come back to the shopping street that we saw earlier. I don't think this part looks like a cruise ship at all. It freaks me out a little bit to remember that we are on a cruise ship. This part that we're coming up to now is called the Entertainment Court, which is a very interesting name. We've got Celebrity Central on the right there, which is like a little studio, TV studio kind of. And on the left here, we have got the club. I've never seen a club quite like this on a cruise ship before. I think it's really, really cool. It's so light and airy, and I imagine people have great times in there. There's another glass staircase, and it kind of feels like this is a second atrium. Here we have the Shore Excursions desk, which is down by the foyer at the bottom of the atrium. On the right, you will find another bar behind all of that artwork, which is unsurprising to me. This was one of my favourite bars, and I spent quite a lot of time here because I could sit up by the windows and watch people in Amsterdam come and go. As you can see, this is quite a popular part of the ship, and here we have their grand staircase right in the middle. On the other side, you will find the reception. I had to go there twice because my drinks package was not working, but I went straight to the front of the queue. The staff were really nice and very apologetic, and to me that's much more important than the thing that originally went wrong. How they deal with things going wrong it says a lot about a cruise line. Coming outside now, we're onto the Promenade Deck. I do like a ship that has a promenade deck. It isn't a full promenade deck that goes all the way around, but there is quite a lot of space on both sides. You can sit here and watch the world go by. It's really quite a nice place, and you'll normally find me on a promenade deck when I am cruising. You can see here it was kind of rainy when we did our weekend in Amsterdam, but nevertheless it was a great time. I had a lot of fun. The lifeboats are actually on this deck, so you can't really sit out on this part. Onto the theatre now. We really enjoyed the entertainment on board, and we went to the theatre every single night. It was very different from traditional cruise ship entertainment. They used modern songs, there was lots of acrobatics and interesting costumes, but I really enjoyed it, and I liked that it was a little bit different. The theatre itself is split over 2 decks, so you have the top deck here and the bottom deck at the bottom. We never had any trouble getting a seat, but I'm not sure if that was because we were on a weekend cruise and most people weren't in the theatre, most were in the bars. Either way, we had a great time and really enjoyed it. Please remember to subscribe. I bring you a new video every single week. I do cruise ship tours and cabin tours, cruise tips and daily videos too. I actually filmed a daily video embarking the Celebrity Silhouette, so if you'd like to learn a little bit more about what a cruise is actually like on the Celebrity Silhouette, check out that video.